Good evening and welcome to the 7th Stadium. We're here for the fan code DCC X10 Rapid Fire Division 1 leg. And we're here for match number 22. It's Future Mattress against the Pacific Group at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. Here's a look at the matches today. 7th of November, the first game between Future Mattress and Pacific Group, followed by IGM versus VTAC Volts. And the last game of the day will be 7 Districts and 11 Ace. It's time now to go down for the toss with Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening and welcome. It's toss time here at the 7th Cricket Stadium. The game is between Future Mattress and Pacific Group. I've got the star cast to my left, the captain for Future Mattress. The stand-in skipper for the toss is Matiullah. Right in the centre is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam. And on to his left is the stand-in skipper for Pacific Group, Hamdan Tahir. The home team is Future Mattress. Matiullah has the coin. He's going to flip it. Tails is the call.
And it is tails.
Tails it is. So Hamdan, please come forward. What do you want to do and why?
We're looking to bowl first. Since there's dew, we've seen a bit of dew today. And so yeah, we'll try to restrict them and then try to chase it down.
Future Mattress is a strong side, so any plans for a team like that?
For sure there is a plan. We'll try to restrict them to as low score as we can, and we have a good bowling attack, so we'll try that and then chase on. Since we have our main guy Wasim Bhai, he's back today, so hopefully we have a better batting lineup today. We'll look to chase anything.
All the best.
Thank you.
Matiullah, वो बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, आप अगर टॉस जीतते तो आप क्या करते?
जी हमारा भी ये प्लान था, हमने भी बॉलिंग डिसाइड किया था, लेकिन बस अनफॉर्चुनेटली टॉस हार गए, तो अभी देखना है क्या होता है. तो
आपकी बॉलिंग अच्छी चल रही है माशाल्लाह. क्या प्लान करके आते हैं जब ऐसी स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड के अगेंस्ट जब आता है मैच? तो
जी आज मज़ा आएगा, क्योंकि मैच जो है ना पैसिफिक से वो भी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड है और हमारा टीम भी माशाल्लाह स्ट्रॉन्ग है. बैटिंग भी आज सही है और बॉलिंग तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सही होता रहता है, तो मज़ा आएगा. दोनों टीम जो है ना आज खेल के आप लोगों को मज़ा आएगा इंशाल्लाह.
चलिए, आपको खेल के मज़ा आएगा, हमें देख के मज़ा आएगा. ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Pacific Group have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
So let's look at the lineups for the game, as Pacific Group have won the toss and elected to bowl. Rohan Mustafa, Alishan Sharfu, this is Future Mattress, Aryan Lakra, Ashwant Walthappa, Asif Hayat, Matiullah Khan, Ikram Jura, Muhammad Uzair Khan, Muhammad Azhar, Haider Wasisha, what brilliant form he's been in, and Umair Ali Khan. Look at the Pacific Group lineup. Hamdan Tahir, Muhammad Wasim, they're going to be happy to see him back in the side. Mujahid Amin, Mudassir Ghulam, Abhay Jotin, Mayank Chaudhary, Zishan Abid, Fayaz Ahmed, Akif Raja, Irfanullah and Himayatullah. That's the points table for Division 1 Group A. IGM unbeaten in their 5 games. They've accumulated 10 points. Defenders and DCC Starlets both sitting joint on 6 points. VTAC Volts, who won their game yesterday, is now on 4 points. And Liari Kings are still winless and without any points. That's the points table for Group B. 11 Ace, 5 matches, 3 wins for 6 points. Future Mattress and Kulata Chocolates have both accumulated 4 points each with 2 wins. Pacific Group is at 2 points, and 7 Districts, who've only played 1 game and lost that one, are without any points at this point in time. And as we get ready with the game, joining me in the comm box is Shoaib Ahmed.
Good evening, Kes. Good evening, everyone. Future Mattress versus Pacific Group. Alishan Sharfu is opening the innings. 2 matches, 42 runs, a strike rate of 233. And that is what you need in this format. Akif Raja will be opening the bowling for Pacific Group. Has had a good tournament so far. 6 wickets, economy of 10, which is not bad. And we're all set for ball number 1 of match number 22 at the 7th Stadium.
I'm really looking forward to this game, Shoaib, specifically with Wasim back in the Pacific Group lineup. They'd want to shrug off that defeat that they had at the hands of 11 ace, as Ali Shan has pulled that towards square leg for the first boundary of the game on the first delivery.
That is a good shot, and what a way to get off the mark. Alishan Sharfu, he scored 100. He's definitely in form right now. What a great looking shot. Not too short from Akif, but short enough for Alishan to pull it. And that is the class of this young man, Alishan Sharfu.
Hey, he's a powerhouse, isn't he? Along with Wasi, who's been in brilliant form for Future Mattress. Oh, that's a no ball. Unforgivable in this format. And that's going to give Ali Shan the opportunity to free his arms and just go after that next delivery, which is going to be a free hit.
Yes, a no ball, and after being hit, just trying to overcompensate on that occasion, Akif Raja has overstepped, and that means that it's going to be a free hit, a chance for Alishan to go for another big hit. Not that he was not looking aggressive already, but this will be a blessing for Alishan Sharfu.
He's tried to muscle that towards mid-wicket, and he's going to get another boundary of that free hit. So not an ideal start for the Pacific Group. Akif Raja has gone for 2 boundaries of the 2 legal deliveries that he's bowled, along with the no ball. And they're going to want to shrug off what happened in the last game with them. I was a little bit surprised with the way they handled their batting order. But with Wasim in the picture, I feel they're going to be fairly confident. And I just hope they get their batting order right today. Future Mattress is coming off 2 consecutive wins, so they seem fairly well settled.
Short ball over the fielder. That's 3 boundaries in a row for Alishan Sharfu. You can't be bowling that length when you've got the third fielder inside the 30-yard circle. Alishan making room, gets the edge, and 4 runs.
He was always going to target that area with a short pitch ball, and Akif he's not gotten his run up or his lengths right so far. And Ali's taken complete advantage of the situation. He's off to a flyer, 12 of 4 deliveries with 3 boundaries. And Ali has played that towards the mid-on fielder and run through for a single. That's going to bring Aryan Lakra onto the strike. Both these boys were recently part of that UAE T20 World Cup lineup.
Yes, 14 runs already in the over. Both these batters, as you rightly mentioned, played the T20 World Cup in Australia. And they're back to club duties, playing for the same side, Future Mattress. Swing and a miss and a wide. So Akif is all over the place in this first over.
Oh, I feel that was just a little bit harsh. A cruel game, this T10. Especially for bowlers. And I was actually surprised that Alishan did not get a single game, or he did not get to bat enough in that T20 World Cup. I feel he's got the skills and the capability, but he's got years ahead of him. He'll get his chance eventually.
Gets the under edge, and the ball will race away towards the boundary for yet another 4. So a great start for Future Mattress. Akif Raja cannot believe his luck. That was not a bad ball. But Aryan Lakra somehow managing to get some bat onto it, beats the keeper. And that ball has crossed the ropes for the 4th time in the over.
Well, that's T10 cricket for you, isn't it? I mean, a bowler bowls a good delivery, he gets inside edge for a boundary. He bowls a bad delivery, he's hit for a boundary. So it's a very difficult game for bowlers nowadays. And again, I was again a little bit surprised that Pacific Group decided to field first instead of bat first, knowing that we've seen a lot of the teams that have batted first in the first game specifically get a ton of runs. As Aryan plays that towards mid wicket for a single. And that's the end of the over. A big over for Future Mattress. They're 20 without loss.
Towards you a little bit, towards you. Yeah, that's your Lakshram, yeah. क्या करता है ये? क्या करता है? Swing करता है? Court.
Irfan being introduced into the attack. First ball pulled towards the square leg. Jyot in the field, a good throw, and even better running from Aryan Lakra. 2 youngsters out there in the middle, and you can expect that kind of running.
He starts off with a little bit of short delivery. Aryan's pulled it towards square leg. Abhay Jotin was a little bit slow, and Aryan had to pump his legs in that last few yards. But they've run through for a double nonetheless, and that's what we're probably going to see from Future Mattress. They've got a couple of youngsters to follow, and running between the wickets is going to be a feature of their game. As another short ball is just tickled towards that short fine leg fielder. They've run through for a single.
Right arm over, 4 to come.
Yes, both the batters are quite young, and as you rightly mentioned, a lot of cricket left in them. Just the start of their career. Played the under 19 together and under 16 as well, and now are part of the main side.
Yeah, it's good. They've grown through the ranks of the academy setup, and then going into the age group state teams, and then eventually being picked up by some of these bigger teams, which is a good progression for them. And they're both part of the UAE setup. And Alishan has hit that towards that cover long off area for another boundary. He's only dealing in 4s at the moment, fresh off that 100 in a domestic event.
Yes, he's in red hot form, and you know that once you see that shot, it was on the up. Nicely played. That is a sign that he's in good form. He's middling every delivery and playing it exactly where he wants them to be played. Exceptional batting performance so far from Alishan Sharfu as the score moves on to 27.
A little bit poor from the bowlers, I feel. Their lengths again are very, very standard, very what the batsmen are probably expecting balls like this, and they need to mix it up a little bit with some slower balls, something a little bit different. And we'll see that in the future Mattress inning when you see the likes of Umair Ali Khan coming into bowl.
Big appeal. Alishan Sharfu was disappointed that he couldn't connect the ball, and there was an appeal from the bowler Irfan. Let's look at that reaction from the wicketkeeper. Yeah, he was not interested.
No, he was actually telling his bowler, I did not hear anything. What are you guys appealing for?
So dot ball coming in from Irfan. 6 runs in his 4 deliveries. Has looked good. Has hit the right lengths. Even the 4 that he conceded was only because of the brilliance of Alishan Sharfu. Short ball, catch it is the call. Fielder will not reach there. And that's going to be a couple of runs for Alishan Sharfu.
That's a poor effort overall. That ball had a lot of hang time, and the fielder could have done a little bit better. He was nearly there, just went through his hands. It's very difficult to run that way, mind you, when the ball is going over your head, but it was a very poor effort nonetheless. And I think Alishan's recognized what Irfan is trying to do. He's bowling with a long on and that deep mid-wicket, deep square leg fielder, so it's going to be short balls mostly, and he seems to be ready for that kind of delivery.
Clears his front foot and then plays it towards square leg. A single to end the over. 2 overs. The score is 30 for no loss.
Future Mattress have taken the floating power play. They've recognized the fact that they've gotten off to a very, very good start. 30 off the first 2 overs as Mohammad Wasim makes some minor adjustments to the field. Himayat, the new bowler, introduced into the attack and tasked with bowling that floating power play. Oh, that's top edged. Again, it's gone over that short third man fielder for a 4. And Alishan has moved on to 24 of 10. All his runs and boundaries.
Well, that was a lucky shot there. That could have gone anywhere. Wanted to play it towards the onside. Went towards the deep third. There was protection there, Mudassir, but it was played too fine, and hence Mudassir couldn't reach there in time. So as you mentioned, Kes, he's only dealing in boundaries at the moment.
He seems to be in a little bit of a hurry to get as many runs as he can. Perhaps he wants to be the first man to get 100 in a T10 event.
Nicely played again. That's a cracking shot. Another boundary from the bat of Alishan Sharfu.
He's not going to miss out on those. A ranked half volley that's been put through that cover region for another brilliantly executed cover drive.
Off the pads. Are they going for the run? Yes, they are, and they'll reach there well within time. That's good running between the wickets.
Himayat's a little bit lucky with that one. That had a boundary written all over it. Very ill-directed delivery towards that leg side as we see the replay. Yeah, just a connection and it goes over that short fine leg fielder for another 4. He's lucky, and Ali will be livid with himself for missing out on that one.
Short and wide. The umpire will raise his hands and show that it's going to be an extra run. Well, very difficult to say. Looks very close to that line, that marker. But it is a wide given, and 1 run will be added. He'll have to bowl that again. So 9 already in the 3 deliveries. 40 on the board already in just 2.3 overs. Played over the third fielder. That's going to go for 4 runs. So it has been a blistering start for Future Mattress. From both these batters, Aryan Lakra and Alishan Sharfu are taking on the bowlers of Pacific Group.
Well, he needs get your fielders in the right place if you're going to be bowling those lengths. I mean, it might be advisable to have a short third man and perhaps someone at that deep backward point area if you're going to be peppering the batsman with short deliveries.
Oh yes, I think you need to get your line right. There is a cover sweeper which could be replaced. Oh, clean bowl. He gets it on the money this time. A foolish delivery. And Aryan Lakra was in no position to play any kind of shot. Beats his defense. And he'll have to walk back.
I think he's managed to fox Aryan Lakra over there. Aryan was expecting another short delivery. You can see he moved on to that back foot. And it's very similar to how Aryan was dismissed in the UAE Sri Lanka game. He was caught on the crease as he walks back to the pavilion for 11 of 6. Future Mattress, a good start, 44 for 1. That brings Rohan Mustafa to the crease, 38 of the 3 innings, average of 9.5, a strike rate of 158. He'd want to better that, bring it closer to about 200. And that's another ill-directed delivery from Himayat, wide signaled by the umpire. This has been another expensive over from Pacific Group. The left-right combination is seeming to give the bowlers a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, that was another wide. That ball that he bowled to Aryan Lakra, that was a good delivery because it was bowled at the right length. And that is where Himayat will want to focus more. Using his feet, played it over the extra cover. That's gone for 4. That's a good shot from Rohan Mustafa.
Well, a fantastic shot from Rohan Mustafa to get his innings underway as Future Mattress finished the third over at 49 for 1. So look at the batting card. Future Mattress, Alishan, 28 of 12 deliveries. He's only dealing in boundaries at the moment. Aryan Lakra caught on that front foot. He never moved anywhere. 11 of 6. The only wicket to fall, and Rohan has played that solitary delivery for 4.
Spinner introduced into the attack. Mujahid Amin comes in. First ball. Short delivery. But he's got protection there. You can't be bowling that length regardless of how many players you have on the boundary. Because Alishan Sharfu, when he connects, it's just going to sail over every fielder. That's how good he is in that zone.
I think that's the concern he has bowling to Alishan, which is why he's bowled it flatter. He does not want to give the ball air.
Well, I really don't know why a spinner is afraid to flight the ball. I think it's just the challenge of this format. They're looking for 2. Akif Raja not even bothered to get that ball. He wants to express his disappointment first. Doesn't matter if they take 4 runs.
Well, he's not had a good time on the ground over the last couple of games, as we see that just go through his hands and his legs. He had dropped a catch at long off. He was way into the boundary as Rohan plays that towards deep mid-wicket. Akif Raja cleans up this time. They've run through for a single. So he's had a difficult time of late. Even with bowling, he's conceded runs. He's not been good in the field, and the frustration is starting to show in his game.
We're talking about flighting the ball. I don't know why spinners are afraid to flight the ball. I cannot imagine Shane Warne not flighting the ball. Mutai Muralidharan not flighting the ball. That's a flighted delivery. That's gone high up in the air. Will somebody take it? Yes. Jyotin will take that catch. And Alishan Sharfu has perished because of a flighted delivery.
Well, he gave that just a little bit of air, and Alishan trying to hit that over that extra cover region. Did not time it at all. Akshay Jyotin juggles the ball first time, but has taken a good catch, a pressure catch. Alishan Sharfu is walking back to the dugout, 29 of 14, and Future Mattress are now 53 for 2.
Left arm round.
And that brings Syed Haider Wasi Shah to the crease. 76 runs in his 2 innings at an average of 25, a strike rate of 211. And he's been in red hot form for Future Mattress. He's been batting very well. He's upped his game, taken it up a notch. As he just bunts that towards the cover fielder. They've run through for a single.
That was a good run. He's off the mark. Syed Haider Wasi Shah with that single. Future Mattress versus Pacific Group. I think this is a clash of 2 top sides in the tournament. It's gone high up in the air. Catch it is the call. Diving fielder at square leg. It was Mayank, I think. They're looking for another run. They'll take that. Yes, they'll take it comfortably in the end. But that was half a chance. Should have been taken. That would have been a big wicket of Rohan Mustafa. In fact, it was Fayyaz Ahmed who went for it. Just couldn't reach there in time. End of the fourth. Future Mattress are 57 for 2. Four bowlers used so far. 2 of them have been successful in terms of getting wickets for Pacific Group. Himayat Ullah gave away 18 runs but took a wicket. But Mujahid Amin's this over has definitely brought back Pacific Group in the game. Just 8 runs and a wicket. Full toss from Wasim. I think he's bowling his off spinners. We saw him bowl in the World Cup, an important over. But he was bowling medium at that time. Now he's rolling his fingers over the ball. Kes?
Well, they seem to rely very heavily on Wasim, and again, putting so much pressure on one player in particular is just a little unfair. But nevertheless, he performs and he does well. As Wasi has played that towards the deep mid-wicket area, very well fielded by Akshay Jotin, mind you. And they've run through for a double.
It's Abhay actually.
Abhay, sorry.
You were right the first time. But yeah, there are 2 brothers playing for different teams. Tend to get confused. Both the players are equally talented, so that is also a problem. That was good fielding. Another big hit, catches the call. It just lands in front of Akif. And the ball will trickle away towards the boundary for 4. An off day with the ball and an off day in the field for Akif Raja.
Well, he's having a torrid time. That's a poor effort. And there's just trickled over the boundary, and, just stop blaming the lights, young man.
Smacks it towards the square. This time it will beat the fielder, Fayyaz, at square leg. Syed Haider Wasisha is making merry in this over. Back-to-back boundaries from his bat. And Wasim, with those off-spinners, is looking to be a little expensive.
It was just a ranked long hop. It gave Wasi enough time to just swing his arms, find that gap, and dispatch it to the square leg area for a boundary. I'm wondering why he's just not bowling his medium pace, the thing he does regularly. As we see another wild delivery down the leg side. One more added to the total.
And that was a wide. Another full toss, smacked over. No chance for any fielder. A 4-4 wide and then a juicy full toss. Syed Haider Wasisha says thank you very much and gets 6 runs.
Well, that was a ranked full toss, and Haider's taken full toll on that. He's in too good a form to miss out on deliveries like this, as we see the last ball being hit towards the long gone fielder. Akif Raja is cleaned up. Wasi's tried to take a second as we come to the end of the 5th over, and Future Mattress are in a commanding position at 76 for 2.
Five over 76 for 2 as in comes Mujahid to bowl the first ball. Reverse brought out by Syed Haider Wasisha. Misses because there was a flight on the ball. So good bowling from Mujahid. Just the right time to introduce a change in the comm box. Joining me now is Adil Farooq. Adil, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, good evening. Always good to be sitting here commentating on a game of cricket. This one, he comes down the track. Has he middled it? Oh, yes, he has. He's gone a ground and a half, Shoaib.
That was a good hit, and the kind of form that he is in, Adil, even the miss hits are clearing the boundary with so much of ease. Not a bad ball, but I think it was a good shot from Syed Haider Wasisha, using his feet, getting close to the ball and playing it over cover for 6.
I think in today's times, even with the bats, it's so much more thicker at the bottom of the bat. This one comes in and bowls again, comes down the wicket, bowls it a little quicker. This one played towards deep mid-wicket, cleaned up by the fielder. They go through for a single. I think what it is as long as you have intent in T10, it's all about power hitting and all. If you have intent and you go through the shot and not stop, you always have a chance of clearing the field.
That's right. Absolutely. Spot on. Catch it is the call, and it will be taken. So Mujahid Amin strikes for the second time in consecutive overs, and it's the big fish, Rohan Mustafa, who'll have to walk back. Wicket number 3 down, and the spinners, especially Mujahid Adil, is doing wonders for his side.
He is, and I think Wasim took the catch, and he said, this is how you take the catch, because his catch was dropped, and very, very cleanly, and that's, experience as well. So here we have Rohan Mustafa walking back, call him Ronnie fondly, his team members. 83 for 2, 5.3 overs, Future Mattress. From, the way they were playing well, now they're in a spot of bother. Rohan Mustafa, 11 of 6, got Wasim, bowled Mujahid, and 83 for 3, Future Mattress.
Left arm round, 2 to come.
New batter, Umar Ali Khan, 2 innings, 27 runs. That strike rate, 180, is very good. Played straight down towards the long on, flighted delivery. That's the key. I think that Mohammad Wasim didn't use to his advantage. He was bowling quick and flat, and I think he was trying to bowl those foolish deliveries under the bat. Instead gave away a few juicy full tosses. This time quicker and will land safely.
I think what Wasim did was, Kes mentioned it earlier, is his regular bowling is medium pace. He should have done that. 85 for 3 after 6 overs, Future Mattress. Umar Ali Khan on 1, Syed Haider Wasisha, 26 of 10.
इसने उस ओवर में कोई 16-20 रन दे दिए. Guys. Come over.
6 overs, 85 for 3. It's Mudassir who's been introduced into the attack. 6 wickets for him as well. Economy is good. 9.6 in a 10-over format is good. Smacked straight down the ground. Good save by Mohammad Wasim. They'll take 2.
Mudassir, the last time Shoaib I was here and I was commentating, Mudassir bowled a good spell. I remember they were bowling, and he's clever. He mixes it up, and that was a very good clean-up by Wasim on the boundary, because sure had hit it so well. Wasi, it was about to go for a boundary. Mudassir once again, he's given away 2 runs on his first delivery. He's going to bowl to Wasi. Future Mattress 87 for 3.
That's a good ball, short ball, but I think it will land safely. That was a very, very good short delivery from Mudassir. Completely surprised Syed Haider Wasisha. Did not anticipate that. Hurried on to him. And I think that is definitely one brownie point for Mudassir on that occasion.
Yeah, brownie point indeed. I think this wicket that they're playing on, this ground, number 2, is much better than ground number 1, because we play domestic on that as well. There's a lot of uneven bounce here. At least you know, you've been commentating for a few days on this one as well. The bounce is quite even, and it's got a little bit of grass on it as well. So if you bang it in, and you use your shoulder and your back, you're bound to get some purchase out of it. Mudassir is a clever bowler. Coming in now to bowl to Umair Ali Khan, who's batting on 1.
Another short ball. Catch it is the call. And another miss. Well, that's gone for 4 runs. Umair Ali Khan just couldn't get it from the middle of the bat. He got some bat onto it. Tournament 4's number 333, and he gets his first boundary.
I think it was hit on the higher side of the bat, and that's why it didn't go all the way. Fielder misjudged it. But yeah, I mean, the bowler will feel the pinch of this one. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be predictable in T10 format, because it's all about power hitting, it's only 10 overs, you are bound to get walloped for a few here and there.
That's so true. You need to mix it up, those 6 deliveries. You need to plan and bowl according to your strength and also the strength of the batter. Another short ball. This time he just plays it with the soft hands towards the extra cover. Fielder happy to take a single because they've got a boundary already in the over. Future Mattress are inching closer towards that triple figure mark, and it's just the 7th over of the game.
Yeah, they were probably looking at 120 odd plus, with Wasi still there, and Umair would fancy his own chances as well. Mudassir, 8 runs of just 4 deliveries. 2 more deliveries to go. As I said, we mentioned earlier, you did, that, you have to mix it up. You have to. Otherwise, as a medium pacer, you have to try and bowl as many Yorkers as you can, because those are the hardest ones to hit. Nobody's an AB de Villiers here that's going to hit you all over the park.
That's so true. Especially, I always feel that a Yorker is a time-tested formula. Regardless of what the format is, if you can bowl good Yorkers, you are invaluable to your side. On that occasion, it was just a little fuller from Mudassir. Hit the pad and the bat, I think, because no signal from the umpire. So another run added to the total.
That's why there was no appeal, Shoaib, because if it hit the pad directly, that's why I thought it was pretty close the way it hit, but there was an inside edge there. Mudassir has made a good comeback here. 94 for 3, 6.5 overs. Future Mattress still fancying the chance. 125 odd. Umair Ali Khan will face. Mudassir has given away 9 runs, which is not bad by the standards of T10. 9 runs in 0.5, 5 deliveries, and comes in to bowl to Umair Ali Khan. Last delivery of the 7th over.
Slower delivery. That's again smart bowling. Great over, this one from Mudassir. In the context of the game, I think it's a very good over, and Pacific Group will be happy with that over from Mudassir. 7 overs have been bowled. Future Mattress are 95 for 3.
Item over.
Wasim has come into the attack with his usual medium pace, and finally Akif Raja has done well for his side. That's a brilliant effort in the field. Yes, he had an off day, but I think he's done some kind of redemption with that save.
I think finally does something nice. There was a bit of a medium pacer from Wasim as well. He's done something nice as well. You see Hamdan standing back. Wasim has come back to what he does best, bowl medium paces. So Yorker length delivery, or rather the batsman yorked himself, Umair, because he came down the wicket. This one's played to cover point. They go through for a single. Wasim will face now. Future Mattress 98 for 3, 7.2 overs. So I think Shoaib, good move by Wasim coming into bowl after bowling a 20 run over, coming back to bowl medium paces.
Absolutely. I think he is... that's his strength. And look at that slower delivery on that occasion. He could have done that in the previous over. I think he just missed a trick. And the good part is that he at least realized that he is better off bowling those medium paces.
Yeah, I think, because he can mix it up. He's a strong lad. He can bowl the quicker ones as well from the short run up. Comes in and bowls. This one is Fuller. Wanted to bowl a Yorker, but full toss. Played beautifully by Wasi for the maximum.
Well, you can't blame anyone but yourself, Mohammad Wasim, because that was a full toss, a juicy full toss. And the kind of form Syed Haider Wasi Shah is in, well, he's not going to miss out on those. That was hit cleanly. And again, the positioning, that placement of that shot, exactly behind the stumps.
I think from the oldest of that. This one is pitched up, half volley, played beautifully, wide off, long off for another 4. What a masterful innings Wasi is playing right now. And that was played, he gave himself room, played it towards cover, rather. And one bounce over the ropes. 108 for 3, 7.5 overs. Wasim must be feeling the pinch. 32 runs he's given, 1.5 overs. He's been expensive, but he would probably return the favour when he bats, Shoaib.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm sure he's making a note somewhere, a mental note of how many he need to hit. That's played high up in the air again, and will land safely. Was not timed too well.
They've been very lucky. A lot of these deliveries that went up in the air have landed in no man's land. This one, another single. End of 8 overs, 109 for 3 Future Mattress. Umair Ali Khan on 10, Wasi Shah on 41. Wasim gave away 33 runs in those 2 overs.
Quick change, last 2 overs, boys.
6 bowlers used so far, Pacific Group. The most expensive is the new entrant in that side, Wasim Mohammad, playing his first game tonight. 2 overs, 33 runs he's given away. 16 and a half is the economy. 20 from Akif Raja. So the prime bowlers have been taken for runs. That has been a concern for Pacific Group. Beautifully played. Excellent shot this. Nothing going wrong from the bat of Syed Haider Wasi Shah. And 4 runs will be added to the total.
This shot has become, a very common shot now for short deliveries. As long as you keep your eye on the ball for youngsters, this is how you play it. Lovely shot there. And, as from the old age, times of cricket, 100 years ago as well, and probably more, they say the safest shot in the book is, straight down the ground. Now this is also one of the safe shots because there's no fielders there.
Yeah, it's straight down the ground, but the other side. Yeah, you're right. Again, straight down the ground. 1 bounce to long off.
I think he tried to hit it too hard, Shoaib, and didn't place it because he's just, now going gung-ho. He's batting on 46 of 19 deliveries. That's quick fire, 46. 114 for 3. They're romping away towards the 130 or so, Shoaib.
Absolutely. I think another 10 deliveries to go. They can easily target 25 runs more, maybe 30 with the kind of batting is on display from Syed Haider Wasi Shah and Umair Ali Khan. We know how dangerous he can be when he gets going. Well, that is why Umair Ali Khan is so dangerous. That has been smoked and that's gone the distance. Umair Ali Khan gets his 6 runs And 120 on the board for Future Mattress.
Six number 178. My God, those many sixes hit in the tournament. You know, he makes room for himself and just pulls it away because Mudassir bowled it short. And that, in this format, is like, if I may say, a cookie with your hot tea.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I think, again, that lack of pace variation has hurt Mudassir.
I don't know why he hasn't, because in the last over, if you remember, he bowled those off-spinner kind of a thing and it did one well for him.
Another short delivery, quicker delivery. This time it's been slap batted towards long on for a single.
He took it personally, the last six. That's why he bowled it quicker.
Yeah, that is what is has to change for bowlers to be able to accept that it was a good shot and then come back in a different way rather than bowling another bouncer, which was expected now from the batters. Need to try something different.
Agreed. I think what it is it's you've got to play for the team because it's a shorter format. You have very, very limited times of if you can make mistakes and all that because you're going to be taken away for runs. And once you do that, the batsman takes good advantage of you. 121 for 3. This one, a full toss. Wanted to bowl a Yorker. Well played down the ground. Oh, there's a catch dropped here.
Well, I don't know what to say here. That was the easiest catch you could ever get at long off. Mayank has completely grasped that. And I have to feel for Mudassir. He's been taken for runs in this over. Got a chance on a full toss of taking a wicket.
Missed it and it hit his belly, Shoaib. Oh, how he's going to rue that chance because now, you've got Umair coming in. 47, Wasi still batting on. Mudassir coming in, bowling last delivery of his spell. He's up to now given 23 runs. This over has been a little expensive for him, Shoaib.
Oh, yes. 13 runs already in the over. One more ball to go. Can we see the slow ball, Mudassir? Goes down the leg side. That's adding insult to injury. What have you done? That over is a never-ending over now. No slower ball. Trying to hit that hard length. Sprays it down the leg side and he'll have to bowl that again.
I think he tried to bowl a slower bouncer, but it was just wayward. He needs to gather himself back again. Last delivery, try and bowl a dot ball or a single because he's already given away 25 runs. Wasi has just ordered a change of gloves. They're very strict about change of gloves in this tournament because 10 overs, how many times can you change your gloves? 124 for 3. 8.5 overs, Future Mattress batting like giants. This is a giant of a game. Both the teams are top-notch. Mudassir coming in for the last delivery to Wasi, who's batting on 47.
Good shot again towards mid-wicket. Oh, that is another misfield. This time it's Abhay Jotin and Syed Haider Wasi Shah will raise his bat up in celebration of that 50. A special innings from a special player, Syed Haider Wasi Shah, you beauty.
He's played a gem of a knock where his team needed it with a strike rate above 200. And that is what is needed in this format of the game. Future Mattress at the end of 9 overs, 128 for 3. Wasi Shah scores his half century. Umair batting on 17, not out.
Right arm over. Round. Rolling round. Sorry, right arm round.
One more over to go. Future Mattress have already breached 125. Can they get to 140? 12 more runs. Akif comes around the wicket, bowls it full outside off, and Umar Ali Khan has taken a single and brought Haider Wasi Shah, the danger man, on strike.
good tactic to come round the wicket because it creates an angle, but you've got to be very, very careful not to bowl it too wide because then he can make room and play you over extra cover because they are going to go for the runs now. The damage is already done with the few dropped catches and missed fields as well. Pains the bowler as well as the team. 129 for 3, 9.1 overs. Akif, who's given away 20 runs in first over. The second ball to Wasi, who plays this over the keeper's head. Well played, this one. And it's going away towards the boundary. Well fielded. They're going to check this one probably. Come back for 2.
That was good intent from Syed Haider Wasi Shah. But I think that was a better ball from Akif. Slower delivery. Did not give the pace that he was expecting or wanting. And hence got the connection. But the ball didn't go all the way. I think that's a good effort from Zishan. He just let it go. Now, I'm not sure whether the ball hit the cap. That is something that the referees will want to check.
That will be another pain, giving away 5 extra runs, even though you've done a good job with the fielding, Shoaib.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Let's look at that through another angle. So the save was not a problem. The save was clean. But did the ball hit the cap? No, it didn't. Well done, Zishan Abid.
Luckily, it went under the cap, which was lucky. 131 for 3, 9.2 overs. Future Mattress is romping away to a very good total. Akif coming in to bowl to Wasi again. This one's played down the ground, very comfortable. But, if they had worked on this formula, Shoaib, you wouldn't see this score because singles don't bother you in T10s. They've not mixed it up. We see Akif now mixing it up quite well.
Well, I think they've hit quite a few boundaries and sixes. That's a good thing for Future Matters. But what I liked about them more is that there are not many dot balls in the innings. Even if it's a good ball, they've managed to get a single or a double. But that is so important. The singles and doubles are also equally important.
As Kes mentioned, and you guys were talking, and I was listening. Basics never die. The basics are king of the game. If you're not playing any dot balls, your strike rate goes up. Your team gets a few runs on the board as well. But they've managed really well. Few mishaps on the fielding side and few really bad deliveries as well. But overall, you don't take it away from Future Mattress. They've batted like giants.
Another scoop coming in, and Akif Raja, look at him. He is he can see the funny side of it, but what a great innings this has been. Yes, he's celebrating because it's a big wicket in the last over, but nevertheless, a smart ball from Akif Raja. I think it was the one that was from the back of the hand.
Yeah, back of the hand, and then he goes over, and I thought for a second that they're going to probably have a bit of a fight or whatever, but they've played cricket over the years, so they're very friendly. 133 for 4, 9.5 was Future Mattress. Wasi Shah, 54 of 24, bowled Akif. 5 fours, 3 sixes, batted brilliantly.
Lexambia, right arm, round 1 to come.
Muhammad Uzair Khan, 9 runs for him. He's been sent out to play the last few deliveries of the last over. In fact, it's the last ball of the innings. What can he bring on the table?
Hopefully a boundary, Shoaib. This next one, he's played it back to the bowler. Well fielded by Akif. He was trying to run back to get it, and the fielder comes in. They easily go through for a single, and they were rather double. Well run there. So 135 for 4 in their allotted 10 overs. Batted brilliantly, Future Mattress. Shoaib, I think that is going to be a good total, but on the other end, Pacific have got a good batting side as well.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think it is definitely 20 runs more than what Future Mattress would have scored and Pacific Group would have wanted them to score. But if they can bat well, the game is still on.
I think a few, as we were talking off air, few bad deliveries and a couple of maybe three dropped catches and a couple of misfields is why that score is where it is. And seven extras, Shoaib.
You're right, absolutely right. Now we'll have to see how the second innings pans out. But before that, let's look at the scorecard, the batting scorecard for Future Mattress. 29 of 14 from Alishan. He gave them the start that they wanted in the power play, made full use and took a lot of runs from that Akif Raja over. Rohan Mustafa scoring 11, Aryan scoring 11 as well. But that innings from Syed Haider Vasisha, that was a special knock coming in just at the right time against a strong Pacific Group. Scoring 54 of 24. Umair also contributing with the bat, 19 of 10. Was there on that last ball, managed to get 2 runs. For the bowlers, 6 bowlers used, most of them expensive. The pick of the bowlers, Irfanullah, who bowled that 1 over, gave away just 9 runs. But I think Mujahid Amin definitely got them into the game. Had they taken their catches, it would have been a different story altogether. Mujahid Amin giving away 17 runs in his 2, took 2 important wickets. Mohammad Wasim was expensive in his 2 overs. He's come back after a break and looked a little rusty with his bowling. I hope that is not the case with his batting.
I think he would like to return the favour, Shoaib, when they come into bat.
Yeah, we'll love to see that. We love to see Mohammad Wasim returning the favour, but it was Alishan Sharfu, like I mentioned, who started the inning and started on a very positive note. 4 boundaries in that first over. Akif Raja was taken for runs, some edges also helping the cause of a Future Mattress. But overall, I felt that Pacific Group just didn't bowl to their potential, gave away a lot of deliveries in the slot, a lot of deliveries on the pads, a lot of full tosses, and that allowed Future Mattress to settle in and then play their shots. Some really good looking shots from the bat of Syed Haider Vasisha, who came in to bat, but that was before Alishan Sharfu took on the bowlers. And Aryan Lakra also contributing 11 runs, getting some important runs for his side. That was the wicket of Aryan Lakra, and he signaled that the ball did keep low on that wicket, which I don't think is the case. He just missed the line of the ball. Mujahid Amin came in and got 2 wickets, flighted the ball which was needed at that time, and an important catch from Jotin which sent Alishan Sharfu back in the hut. That was a misfield from Akif Raja. He had an off day but also saved a few runs for his side. Mohammad Wasim came into the attack and was taken for runs because he was bowling off spinners, some juicy full tosses to a man in form, Syed Haider Vasisha, and he made full use of those loose deliveries. Mujahid Amin was taken for some runs in the second over, but he also got a wicket in that second over, and that was of Rohan Mustafa. He played that towards long on, and an easy catch for Mohammad Wasim. Mudassir bowled a good first over, and the misfields, well, they're out there for everyone to see. That's the last ball of the game, and in fact, the last wicket that was of Syed Haider Vasisha. So Pacific Group need 136 runs to win at 13.6 runs per over. We'll bring that run chase to you after a short break, so stay tuned. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second innings of match number 22 at the 7 Stadium. This is Fanco DCC X10 Division 1 Future Mattress versus Pacific Group. My name is Shoaib, and with me in the com box is Adil Farooq, ex-UAE cricketer. Let's quickly look at that batting card. Adil?
Ali Shan scored a brisk 29 of 14. Aryan also helped him with 11 of 6. Rohan Mustafa 11 of 6. Haidar 54 of 24 deliveries was the main batsman here. Umair 19 not out of 10 deliveries. Uzair not out, 2 runs of 1 delivery. 135 they scored, losing just 4 wickets. They've set a target of 136 to win. Akif Raja 2 overs, 1 made in 27 for 1. Irfanullah 1 over. And he gave away 9 runs. Himayatullah 1 over, 18 runs for 1 wicket. Mujahid Amin 2 overs, 17 for 2. Wasim Mohammad was the most expensive. As I said, he would like to return the favour. Mudassar Ghulam 2 overs, 29. So Mudassar and Wasim were the most expensive here, Shoaib. I think they would feel the pinch, but Wasim, they would back Wasim's batting.
Absolutely. Need 136 runs to win in 10 overs at 13.6. So they'll need a good power play, Adil.
Yeah, they would, and I can see that he's batting with the Kookaburra bat, which probably he's bought from the T20 World Cup tour that he had.
He's been sponsored, I think, by Kookaburra, which is such a proud moment, not only for him, for all of us in the UAE.
100%. Nothing like it by being, sponsored by a brand. I remember 1996 when we were playing, I was the first athlete in Middle East to be sponsored by Oakley in 1996, and then I got Kais and Saeed Al Safar and all sponsored as well. So that's always, a very, very proud moment.
Absolutely. I've got a stalwart with me in the com box, and a stalwart starting the proceedings for Future Mattress. Rohan Mustafa, first ball, a full toss, and Wasim Mohammad is off the mark with a 4.
He's not going to leave these deliveries, and Rohan has played with Wasim. Wasim is not going to let any of these deliveries go, and with him is Hamdan. Rohan, he tried to bowl a fast off spinner, outside off stump, whacked away for a comfortable boundary. Rohan coming into bowl. He's going to feel the pressure now, bowling again to Wasim, who's been in decent form. Pacific Group are chasing 136. In comes bowls. This one swung in, and in the block hole, Shoaib, it swung in a little bit.
Well, he's not an off spinner anymore, especially with the new ball. He would want to use that to his advantage. And as you rightly mentioned, they both have played so much cricket together. They know each other just like the back of their hand. And that is why it becomes even more interesting, that contest.
It does, and he would like to bowl something from the back of his hand as well to Wasim. This one's played up in the ground, but with his sheer power, it's almost went for a 6. But well fielded there, well stopped. So 2 runs. And that would be a morale victory for Rohan because it didn't go for a 6, Shoaib.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just could have got that fielder out, and that would have been a very strong chance of getting Mohammad Wasim out. We'll have to see where the 2 fielders out. I'm sure there's a long on, and I think there is a square leg in place, yes.
Bowled into the pads again, it drifted in, swung in, and Wasim wanted to go hoik it over mid-wicket. It wasn't successful, bat and pad, and he's gotten a single that brings in Hamdan Tahir on strike. 7 runs already of 4 deliveries. They would have to go at 13.6, well, say 14 runs and over from here, Shoaib.
Yes, especially in the power plays. They have no excuse not to get to that 14-run mark. They've got the batters who can do the job, and they've got the field restrictions in place. So, yes, at least in the first 2 or 3 overs, if they decide to take the floating power play, those 3 overs, they need to make sure they score 14 or more, nothing less.
Agreed, and it's a true wicket. It's not going to change over in a format of T10. Rohan coming into bowl to Hamdan. This one is outside of some very cleverly bowled within that given white line for the marker for the wide, and that's a dot ball and good dot ball for them.
Rohan Mustafa would want to bowl more to Hamdan Tahir. A full toss driven, mid-off in place.
A very good first over, Shoaib. He's just given away 8 runs in his first over. Hamdan Tahir and Wasim opening the batting. Pacific Group, 8 runs for no loss in 1 over.
round, ready to go, huh? That's two. That's two. That's two. Yeah, yeah.
So Umair Ali Khan, I like to call him the Dwayne Bravo of UAE. 3 innings, 3 wickets for him. Starts off with a slower delivery using his feet. Hamdan Tahir, he has played a lot of cricket with him, alongside him, against him. And he knows his strengths and weaknesses. That's a beautiful hit straight down the ground for 6.
Very, very compact shot. You know, he just came in with the air, just played it, bludgeoned it down the ground. Straight shot, you know, as we said, nothing more safer than that. Even if it doesn't go all the way, it's a very safe shot and maximum you get for that.
6 runs. Good start to the over. So now they've got 14 runs in 7 deliveries instead of the 6. They've got 5 more to get another 14.
Fair enough. Good call, Shoaib. They've got those 14 runs that they needed in the first over, and that's what it is, right? You tend to get those runs somewhere or the other. This next one is short. It's pulled away towards deep square leg. There's a catch there. What a beautiful catch taken there. That's the first wicket.
Very, very well done there by the fielder. I think this wicket belongs to that fielder because it was not a good catch. We'll confirm the name, but right now Umair Ali Khan, he's got that important breakthrough for Pacific Group, for Future Mattress against Pacific Group. Hamdan Tahir will have to walk back.
Good breakthrough and, rightly called by you as the Dwayne Bravo of this team. This one was short, it was slower, and he played it towards deep square leg. And a lovely, lovely catch. You know, he was dipping down, he dove in for the catch, and that's what it is. It's you have to back yourself as a fielder, and body balance is very important in every aspect of cricket. Pacific Group 14 for 1. Hamdan Tahir, 7 runs, walking back to the pavilion.
One leg, sir.
Yeah, ladsies.
That's been played straight to the third. Umair Ali Khan.
We were just discussing bats and manufacturers, and we discussing MRF as well. And they've all got these factories, small little outlets that they've bought from SS and all these other companies. And, and that's when they rent that out and then they can come out. Because ICC says that, these bats have to be manufactured. You have to have a license. So, hence, in the olden days, you'll see the other manufacturers, they were not allowed at one point in time. You remember Wills and all the other, I think there was 4 Point and all. So now it's...
Britannia, that sticker on bats. So
yes, that as well. Umair comes in and bowls this one. Slower one. This one is played down the ground. This is a big wicket. Mohammad Wasim walking back to the pavilion, Shoaib.
Well, what a wicket. And Dwayne Bravo with that celebration of UAE, Umair Ali Khan and Rohan Mustafa, they know the importance of this wicket. They know how big this wicket is. And that is a big blow for Pacific Group. Mohammad Wasim, the danger man, is walking back.
Yeah, he tried to play a proper drive on it, and it hit the bottom of his bat. And Rohan, we all know he's a good fielder all over wherever he's standing. And what a celebration we see here! Amazing, a calypso celebration, if I may say so. Mohammad Wasim walks back to the pavilion. 7 runs of 5 deliveries. Pacific Group in trouble. 15 for 2.
Mayank Chaudhary, 3 innings, 77 runs at an average of 25 and a strike rate of 175. Good figures there. He definitely knows how to bat.
Yeah, well, he would need that 77 just today itself. This one, again, a slow one, rolled over his fingers, bowled to Mayank, and he gets a single towards long gone. As I said, he's a very clever customer, and you said the same thing as well. He mixes up really, really well. He bowls those slower ones and wants you to use your power. And many a times what happens is it destroys your body balance, and you end up playing a bad shot.
Absolutely. So true. And that is why he is so dangerous. We've never seen him go for a lot of runs, Umar Ali Khan.
Because he doesn't bowl really fast. He just bowls within the line. And again, this one is again rolled over the fingers, played towards square leg, and there is a fielder there. He knows his field positioning, Shoaib. He knows where his fielders are. He knows what he's doing.
That's right. Absolutely. A successful over from Umar Ali Khan. 9 runs off it after being hit for a 6 on the very first ball. 2 wickets. And Pacific Group are 17 for 2 after 2.
Leg stump. Yeah. Right arm round to you.
On the back foot, Fayaz Ahmed has screamed that towards point. That's a good shot from Fayaz. I was just about to say that Pacific Group have got experience and talent out there in the middle in the form of Fayaz and Mayank, and he's gotten off to a good start to the third over. 4 on the very first ball.
Not taking anything away from them. Both of them are very, very capable, Shoaib. And, their strike rate and their averages say so as well. And first up, and, shortish delivery. And he, as you said, very well said, creamed it towards point. Fayaz is very capable of doing that. Asif is the new bowler. Comes in, bowls a second delivery down the leg side. And the umpires are very, very strict nowadays, Shoaib, with this. Anything down the leg, and that's going to be declared a wide.
Now the pressure clearly mounting on the new bowler Asif. I haven't seen him bowl a lot, so I'm not sure of what his profile is, but to be trusted with the third over, I'm sure he's got some talent. Gets a good ball, some turn as well, gets the inner edge of the bat.
Lucky for the batsman there, Shoaib, because, I think he would fancy his chances more with the left-hander being an off-spinner. The only thing that I am against nowadays is from the first delivery, these off-spinners coming round the wicket. You give yourself that much more chance of spinning it away from the left-hander rather than coming in and closing the angle, because then it comes straight through. Asif comes in and bowls this one to Mayank, who hoiks this down towards mid-wicket, but there is a cover there. Umair cleans it up and throws a beautiful throw back to the keeper, rather wayward, I beg your pardon. But amazing cricketer he is as well, Umair, to have in a side.
Value add, definitely. He's good with the ball. We know how dangerous he is with the bat, but he's also equally agile in the field. Great catching skills. Some turn.
See, that's what I was talking about. If you're bowling the orthodox way over the wicket, even for a left-hander, the ball will go away from the left-handed batsman, and it gives you purchase on your bowling.
Big swing towards the square leg. There is protection in the deep. Aryan Lakra will cut that off.
the way things are going right now, Shoaib, I think it feels like the batsman would be feeling that there's a fielder everywhere.
Yeah, that's so true. It's become difficult for Pacific Group to find the gaps and get those boundaries in. Haven't seen a boundary now. Good ball. Quicker this time from Asif.
Bad ball, I feel. Sorry, Shoaib, but because it's down the leg side, I think he would feel the pinch that he didn't get it away for a boundary because it's going down the leg. At the end of 3 overs, Pacific Group 26 for 2.
So that is the batting card for Pacific Group. 7 for Wasim, 7 for Hamdan. The openers have not been able to perform. They're back in the hut, and now it's on Fayaz Mayank to get them out of trouble. 3 overs, 26 for 2. Some batting still left. Abhay Jotin can bat. Zishan can bat. And that's it.
They've got a good batting side, but they would feel happy right now. Future Mattress, that they've gotten the openers back in the hut because they were two very dangerous batsmen. That's why they came in open in such a short format. In comes again, it's Umair who's come in to bowl. This one, the Yorker length delivery, dug out and played towards long on. You can see a very animated Rohan here.
That's normal, right? I mean, when you talk about Rohan, he's always animated. Regardless of where he is, what he's doing, batting, bowling or fielding, he's always very animated.
Or live on TikTok as well. He's very animated. But he's a good kid, He's played cricket with us since he was a kid, and he's a lovely cricketer and a fighter at that. Umair coming in, round the wickets, bowled a very good over, the first over. This one again, slower one, and he's, taken away the pace from that. Very hard to hit right now for the batsmen, but they come back for a comfortable 2.
It's just the slight variation in pace from Umair that does the trick for him, isn't it? He's not express pace, so it's not as if he's bowling 130, 135 and then suddenly gets down to 100, 105. It's that slight variation from 105, 110 to 100.
Yeah, he's constantly on or around there, but he uses his fingers well on the ball, on the seam as well. There's a nice seam on these SG balls. This one is played down the ground, good shot, and that one just almost went through all the way for a 6, but they would be happy with that.
Yeah, you can roll as many fingers as you want on the ball, but if it's not landing on the pitch, it's never going to be of any use. It was a full toss, and Fayaz Ahmed capitalized on that. As you mentioned, very close to that rope. Could have been a 6, but will be a 4.
The difference is if it's a full toss, you have to play under the ball. You have to get under the ball and give it lift. And he played it very, very well. He would be happy with it being a 4 as well. They're double checking, and it was. I've got sharp enough eyes at 50 years of age, Shoaib.
Well, yeah, you don't need to have any doubts when Adil Farooq is in the comm box, and when he's told you it's a 4, it is a 4.
Doesn't happen that way, but that was clear enough. Umair coming in now in a bit of bother here and pressure. That was wide, short and wide. Misfield there, and that's running away towards the cover boundary, but they'll come back for easy 2 again. They're starting to misfield as well, Shoaib, now.
Oh, yes, that should have been stopped. You're right. It was hit straight at him, but sometimes you just are not anticipating the ball. And if you're not anticipating, you can't judge the pace on that shot. Sometimes it's too early.
Yeah, fast-paced game. 45 minutes for you to bowl your 10 overs, so everyone's going to be on the ball. This one, again, bowled very, very well bowled. Swung in towards the left-hander, Yorker and delivery. So he's learned his lesson now.
He has, definitely. Look at that ball, right on the stumps, almost on that shoe of Fayaz. And a crucial dot ball. So 9 runs in this over as well. 1 more ball to go. We'll want to finish it off well.
Yeah, he wouldn't mind anything below 10 or 12 runs, and that's what he wants to do right now. 35 for 2, 3.5 overs. Pacific Group. Fayaz is batting on 15 of 9 deliveries. Mayank Chaudhary 5 of 5. There is a bit of a delay. Yes, there's a bat change that's happening right now. Umair, he's bowled. He's just 1 delivery remaining from his quota of 2 overs, and he's given away 18 runs and taken 2 valuable wickets here. Shoaib, he's taken both the openers, sent both the openers back to the pavilion. There was a slight delay because there was a bat change.
Oh yes, not a lot of time allowed in a shorter format. So as you mentioned earlier in the first innings as well, you can't keep changing bats and gloves.
You're not allowed unless it's broken or whatever, but because it's 45 minutes for your 10 overs. In comes Umair. This one again, outside off stump, very well bowled, very well fielded, and they go through for a single. Singles won't hurt them. He completes his quota of 2 overs. 19 runs. He'll be happy with that because he's taken 2 vital wickets there. Pacific Group 36 for 2 at the end of 4 overs.
Yes, and just the right time to introduce a change in the comm box. As I take a break, it's going to be Qais Farooq with Adil Farooq.
Well-deserved break, Shoaib.
Thank you.
So look at the future mattress bowling card. Rohan Mustafa, 1 over 8 runs for no wickets. Umair Ali Khan, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 19 of his 2. Asif Hayat, no wicket for 9 of his 1. As Matiullah Khan has been introduced into the bowling attack by future mattress. Those are his stats. 1 wicket in the 2 games that he's played, an economy of 11.5 and an average of 46.
You would be happy with that, Qais. Just giving away 11 runs in his 2 overs. Oh, maximum there. Beautiful shot. You could hear the thump of the bat. Matiullah, first ball, treated for the maximum.
Well, that was in the slot for Fayaz Ahmed, and he's creamed that over that fielder for a maximum. They're going to need a lot more of those if they're going to play catch up to that target. It's a tall task.
Yeah, I think that's why he changed his bats. Probably bottom heavier as well. And Matiullah coming in to bowl the second delivery. Again in the slot. What a shot. Once more, that has gone over the ropes for another 6.
Well, Mati's got that completely wrong, switched his length a little bit, pulled the length back, but Fayaz, anticipating it, was back on his back foot in a flash, hitting it over that mid-wicket fielder for another 6. Mati's under a lot of pressure, 88 required of 34 deliveries. Still achievable with Fayaz Ahmed and Mayank Chaudhary. They're both destructive batsmen.
They are indeed, and they will try and get those runs as quickly as they can. Pacific now 48 for 2. 2 healthy deliveries for their cause. They're chasing 88 more runs of 34 deliveries. Matiullah has given away 12 runs in 2 deliveries, coming into bowl once again to Fayaz. And this one again played down towards the fine leg boundary, and that's another 6. What a shot! 3 sixes in 3 balls, Qais.
Well, the quality of the man, Fayaz Ahmed, he's turning it on when it matters most. An off-pace delivery, and Fayaz just helped it on its way over that square leg fielder. He's got 3 in 3 now. Can we see the first 6 sixes of this fan code DCC X10 tournament?
Matiullah wouldn't want to see that, Qais. And though, he's given away 18 runs, the pressure is on, and Fayaz is now suddenly turning it on for him. 34 of 13 deliveries. In comes Mati, bowling to Fayaz. This one again played up. That's up in the air. That could be a catch. And yes, it is. Cleaned up.
Well, Fayaz Ahmed falls, trying to up the ante. That was a high ball. It had a lot of airtime, and Mati's done very, very well to collect that. And Fayaz Ahmed walks back to the pavilion for 34, a breezy 34 of 14 deliveries. Pacific Group are now 54 for 3. As we have a look at that breezy over from Fayaz Ahmed. The first one was exceptionally timed over that mid-off fielder. He then followed up with a hoik towards that mid-wicket region for a maximum. That was the second 6 of the over. A slower ball dispatched over the square leg fence for another 6. And that's a dismissal of Fayaz. A high ball, it had serious airtime, and Matiullah did exceptionally well to take that catch.
Mati coming in again to bowl to Abe Jotin, a capable batsman as well. This one is towards the leg stump and is played down towards deep square leg. Though he's taken the wicket, it is still turning out to be an expensive over. 5 deliveries he's given away, 22 runs for number 337, and he still has one more delivery to go, Case.
He's bowled an expensive over so far, but he's got the prized wicket of Fayaz Ahmed, so that would have slowed them down a little bit. Abe Jotin, no muck with the bat, mind you. He's exceptionally talented, a very talented young batsman. As he plays that towards the mid-wicket region, and they run through for a single.
Yeah, Pacific Group would now will have to go all guns blazing. 3 6s and 1 4 in this over. Pacific Group 58 for 3 in 5 overs, and there is a change in the commentary box. We have Mr. Gopal with Case.
Ari, check these two. Left time around.
A change in the bowling as we reach the halfway stage of the Pacific Group innings. Aryan Lakra has been introduced into the attack. A wonderful opportunity and a brilliant try. Muhammad Azhar, what a fantastic try that was. He was full stretch, went to his stronger side. We just could not grab onto that one. As Mayank Chaudhary plays that towards the deep mid-wicket fence, he's played that in the gap. They're going to run through for a couple.
Good to see left-arm spinner coming in. Good evening, Kesbhai.
Well, that was hit in the gap. And very well done by Umair Ali Khan. But Rohan overran that pass, that relay. And Mayank's hit that towards the square leg area. Rohan Mustafa cleans up. Another single added to the total.
63 for 3 now. 27 balls, 73 runs. Aryan Lakra bowling his first over. Good 3 balls when you need 16.5 per over. 4 runs in 3 balls is really good.
Another good delivery from Aryan Lakra. It's only going to concede a single. Singles are not going to hurt Future Mattress at this point in time. The required rate is close to 17 now. 72 required of 26 balls.
It was a good ball, trying for a big heave over mid-wicket, but got the inner edge and went towards the square leg and for a single. Aryan is bowling His first over given away 6 in. Pacific need a lot of run in 25 balls, and it's going to be a daunting task for them.
Another very good delivery from Aryan Lakra. And they're running through for a double. It's very well run. Miscommunication of sorts between Umair Ali Khan and Rohan Mustafa as the 6th over comes to an end, and Pacific Group are 67 for 3, needing 69 of the last 4 overs.
Another left arm spinner, Mohammad Azhar has come. Bowling his first over, 24 balls to 69. We have seen 1 hour ago a couple of sixes, 3 sixes in 1 over. Third of we'll have an exciting game ahead. Both new batsmen playing just 8 and 5 balls respectively. Mahin Chaudhary on a strike to Rohan.
He's bowling at a fairly standard field. Rohan Mustafa has introduced himself into the attack. That's been hit towards the mid-off fielder. They've run through for a single.
Rohan has got a lot of experience bowling in wicket to wicket, I think. Yorker especially.
Another very well bowled delivery. He's very, very well known for those fast Yorkers. He's so accurate with those deliveries, and batsmen all over the world, be it the domestic circuit or the international circuit, have found him difficult to get away. And that's where, he comes into those death overs and bowls these deliveries. As Abhay Jotan has played that towards the mid-wicket region, they're going to run through for a double. The floating power play in effect.
I think that's why they changed the bowler, and Rohan is, with all his experience, keeping 4 fielder offside in the 30-yard circle and 3 on the leg at the boundary line to save boundaries. 2 run doesn't hurt them for sure. 21 balls, 66 to go. Look very, very difficult though. Dew is there. We can see Rohan using his towel.
That's a look at the field, placing a standard ring on the offside, and they've got that deep square leg, deep mid-wicket and the long on patrolling the boundary as Abhay Jotan plays that toward the fielder, and he's going to be run out. Trying to up the ante, a tall task, 66, almost 18 and over required, and Abhay Jotan has run himself out trying to get off strike and get that single. Again, very well bowled by Rohan Mustafa. He bowled that right in the block hole. A perfect throw.
From Ali Shan, yeah. Future Mattress in a very good position at the moment.
And Abhay Jotan walks back to the dugout. 11 of 7 deliveries. Pacific Group are 70 for 4.
New batsman Mudassar Mohammad Mudassar is going to take a strike. Future Mattress look very comfortable situation at the moment, having good time today after scoring 135 from Basisa and the opener batsman Ali Shan.
Well, I find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to chase the remaining runs down. I think the best course of action for Pacific Group would be that they try and get as many runs as they can just to salvage some of that net run rate, because that's going to have a huge impact in the tournament.
Absolutely right.
Rohan's bowled a ranked short ball, and Mudassir has missed out on that. No run conceded, surprisingly. And that's the Pacific Group dugout. They're not going to be happy with this performance. And another ranked long hop from Rohan Mustafa. You can see the funny side of it. as Mudassir Ghulam plays that straight towards that deep long on fielder, and they've run through for a double.
It was a slower one, slower short pitch ball.
And Pacific Group are 72 for 4 at the end of 7.
We can see the scorecard at the moment at 72 for 4. It says after 7. Basim got 7, Hamdan 7. We can see some very good hitting from Fayaz before he got out to Matiullah. We see now Mayank is on 10, batting in. Abai got out, run out last over, and Mudassar is just joining 2 for 2.
As we'll have a look at that field pacing, Azhar's been introduced into the attack. He's bowling with a sweeper, a long off and a long on, and the standard 2 fielders, square leg and deep mid wicket. The first ball has been edged, a thick outside edge from Mayank Chaudhary. They're going to run through for a double. And Mayank screamed that over that extra cover fielder. He's got the boundary.
Excellent shot from Mayank Chaudhary, 16 now.
Because you haven't bowled. उसको छाड़ के कर रहे बाबू लोग बने
Mayank's hit that towards deep mid wicket. He's not timed it, and a brilliant catch from Rohan Mustafa. What a wonderful, wonderful catch. He had to cover a lot of ground, and Mayank trying to up the ante, trying to score those runs, has fallen. Mohammad Azhar picks up his first wicket.
Who says Rohan Mustafa is not good enough? The way he took this catch so easy, you can see Batter has no chance but just to go after it. It's a sky in the air, very high in the air. Now we can see the way Rohan ran towards the line and picked up a beautiful catch.
Mayank Chaudhary walks back to the pavilion for 16 of 13, and Pacific Group are in deep trouble at 78 for 5.
78 for 5. I think good to see us getting a wicket now. 3 balls given away, just 6 run and taken a very good wicket. But you can see amazing effort from Rohan Mustafa. His commitment is amazing. He's 100% there whenever he's in the middle. And that shows that he's still young, like a young fielder, and grabbing the ball wherever it is.
And that brings Irfanullah to the crease. He's got a tall task ahead of him. And he's cut that, just falling short of that fielder at point.
It's getting difficult. It's getting difficult now for Pacific, but at the same time, you can see some good bowling from Future Mattress.
57 now required of 14 deliveries as Mudassir Ghulam faces the next ball. And that turned and kept a little bit low, and everybody's missed it. They've run through for a single.
A very good ball from a left-arm spinner, bowling short though, but it kept very low where he got succeed with a single.
And the last ball of the over, an off-length ball that's been hit towards a long-on fielder. Umair Ali cleans up. Pacific Group are now 81 for 5 at the end of 8.
Round.
Very good figure looks like for future mattresses. Ron Mustafa bowled 2 overs for 13. Umar bowled 2 overs for 19. Got 2 wickets. Asif Ayad 1 over, 1 to go for him. Matiullah 1 for 23. Very expensive today. Aryan Lakra and Mohammad Azhar both left armour bowled really well.
Aryan Lakra is brought back into the attack. Inside edge off the bat. 2 short fine leg. They run through for a single.
Batsmen won't get the flight or something. They're all just hitting the ball in the area where it's difficult to hit. And they are succeeding on that. 82 for 5.
And that's been hit towards deep mid wicket. Falls short of the fielder. They've run through for another single. It's going to add 1 to the total.
A 19-year-old boy is bowling so well for future Mattress and bowling on the right area where the batters can't get the acceleration and
another very well bowled from Aryan Lakra. He's bowled that right up there, Yorker length. Azhar cleans up. They're going to run through for another single. No damage done. No big damage done. I think Pacific Group now just needs to make sure they get as many runs as they can in the remaining 9 deliveries and just have that net run rate under some control.
It's a really good ball, a very good ball outside the off stump. It's like a dream ball, you could say, a Yorker. And batsmen have no clue, but he just missed the line completely. It was a flighted ball.
Another very good delivery from Aryan Lakra. He's bowling it right up there, block hole areas. Azhar cleans it up at long off again. They've run through for another single.
Aryan Lakra has done his job for his team, actually, the way he bowled 2 overs, nearly 2 overs, given away 12. Definitely he would try for a wicket now. Would love to have 1 wicket to go.
He's bowled a very good spell. 12 runs, 1 ball to go. As that's been heaved, tried to heave it down towards that square leg, fine leg area. Again, thick inside edge. Matiullah's cleaned up. They've run through for another single. And Pacific Group are now 86 for 5 at the end of 9 and staring defeat. Surprise, surprise. Uzair has been brought into the attack by Rohan Mustafa to bowl the final over of the Pacific Group innings. He generally opens the bowling. He's a very, very good bowler.
Good to see a chance from another bowler when you are defending so many runs. So it's a good option for the future. Maybe if needed, they can use it. Left armour.
Oh, that's been muscled towards the deep mid-wicket area. There's protection there. Ali Shan cleans up. And Irfanullah will only get a single.
A very good ball from Uzair. Not bad in the death over. 5 balls, 49 runs to go. He has got all the opportunity to do what he really wants to do.
And this has been a good performance from Future Mattress overall. They batted well, they fielded really well. Their bowlers came to the party when it mattered most. So it's been an all-round performance as that slower delivery has been hit towards deep mid-wicket and another brilliant... Oh, he's dropped it! Ali Shan.
Excellent effort from Ali Shan actually. At the end, maybe because of dew, I think he missed out in the catch. But in that process, they got 3 runs, I believe. But it was a good ball. I think this is the way you should ball in the death over.
Replay दिखाओ, catch का replay दिखाओ. Another very well bowled delivery right there. And Alishan cleans up again. They've run through for another single.
Good bowling from Uzair, I think, can be used later on in this tournament. Due to the conditions where you see the ball keeping low and it's difficult to hit. And he's bowling onto the right areas where middle and leg stump is just attempting it.
दूसरी बॉल पर जो कैच ड्रॉप हुआ उसका रिप्ले तो दिखा दो. A slower short ball delivery from Uzair. A play and a miss. 46 now required of 2 deliveries. As we have a look at that replay. The final 2 deliveries of the Pacific Group innings. Another short delivery, a slower short ball that's been bunted towards deep long on. Rohan Mustafa cleans up. They've run through for another single as we approach the final delivery of the Pacific Group batting.
Fine performance from the Future Mattresses in this DCC organized X10 cricket tournament happening at Sevens ground, and the beautiful ground and the beautiful cricket happening. And we've seen some very good cricket as well. You can see that drop catch. I think he misjudged it at the end, but we see the last ball being bowled by Uzair was fantastic ball, Yorker, and there was no run at the end. So 91 for 5 in 10 overs.
So that's the end of the game. Pacific Group have only managed 91 for 5 at the end of their allotted 10 overs. A fantastic, destructive performance from Future Mattress. They've won the game by 44 runs, a one-sided affair to start off proceedings in this fan code DCC X10 event today. As we see handshakes all around, yes, Future Mattress won by 44 runs. Very, very happy camp. They've done absolutely brilliantly in all departments of the game.
Good to see them back with a very strong performance from Future Mattresses. Some new winners, new heroes has come up into this party and make sure that beat the stronger side Pacific.
Well, Pacific Group will not be happy with that. This is their second defeat in a row. They lost a couple of days back to Ace 11 after that dismal batting performance. And they need to pick themselves up as we have a look at the Pacific Group batting card. Mohammad Wasim, so much depending on Mohammad Wasim. He fell cheaply. A wonderful catch from Rohan. Umair Ali Khan got that wicket. Hamdan Tahir got out for 7. Fayaz Ahmed was looking very good in his 34 of 14 balls. Mayank Chaudhary 16 of 13 and Abhay Jotin 11 of 7. Mudassir and Irfan got 8 and 7 respectively.
We'll see the bowling card now. Rohan Mustafa 2 overs, 13 no wicket. Umar Ali Khan 2 overs, 19 2 wickets. Asif Fayad 1 over 9 run. Matiullah Khan 1, a very expensive over, 1 over for 23. Anil Lakra 2 for 13. Mohammad Azhar 1 for 9 and Uzair Khan last over 1 for 5. So very good performance from the bowlers.
As we have a look at the highlights, they started off pretty well. Got a maximum, that was a maximum of Umair Ali Khan. They were looking very good until that catch was taken. Umair Ali Khan was brilliant again. That big wicket of Mohammad Wasim, Rohan Mustafa just going back and taking that opportunity. Matiullah Khan bowled fairly okay. He was a little bit expensive. And Fayaz Ahmed creamed him for those 3 sixes in that 1 over before he got that big wicket. The Skyer, a very difficult chance. Very well taken by Mati.
We see some very good bowling from Rohan as well and in the floating power play. And got the run out and just given a few runs, but a couple of good shots after that. and overall, the way the bowlers bowled. I think a beautiful catch come from Rohan Mustafa at the end was the highlight of the match.
Let's look at the match summary. Future Mattress batting first, got 135 for 4 of their 10 overs. Haider Wasisha, brilliant as always, 54 of 24, well supported by Ali Shan and Umair Ali Khan. Mujahid Amin was the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 17 of his 2. Pacific Group in reply got 91 for 5 of 10 overs. Fayaz Ahmad scoring a brisk 34, well supported by Mayank Chaudhary, and Umair Ali Khan, the pick of the bowlers, with 2 for 19 of his 2. Future Mattress win the game by 44 runs. It's time now for a short break, and we're going to head down to the post-match presentation with Shoaib Ahmed.
And welcome to the post-match presentation for the game between Future Mattress and Pacific Group. Future Mattress, batting first, scored a mammoth total of 135 for the loss of 4 wickets, and that was an absolute brilliant performance coming in from the batters of Future Mattress. That score was always going to be tough for the batters of Pacific Group, though they had some really good batters in their lineup. A great bowling performance from Umair Ali Khan, who got 2 wickets for them, but it was not going to be enough. Future Mattress have really done well for themselves and getting those 2 important points on the table against a very strong-looking Pacific Group. Joining me in the post-match presentation tonight is the match referee, Mr. Shiju Sam. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand, and this goes to Syed Haider Wasisha, who scored 54 runs in 24 deliveries. He's the player of the match. Syed, congratulations, well done. Is this the best that you've ever played, or is there something more that we are about to see?
Oh no, first of all, alhamdulillah for this, and of course the team wins, and of course there's a lot more coming that you guys are going to see. Of course I'm not playing up to my potential. You can always improve, but yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm happy for everything.
Take us through that innings of yours. How was the wicket, and how is your planning approaching against a strong bowling lineup of Pacific Group?
Nothing, as most people say, you see the ball, not the bowler. So it was the same thing for me. And obviously it was a little sticky in the start, so it was kind of playing with my head. But at the same time, it's sevens. Most of the time the ball just skids on. So I knew, if I go through with my shots, it'll, come off nicely. And I have the power to, clear the boundary.
Yeah, we could see that. Some great power and brute force. What is your aim now in this tournament? Where do you look yourself individually and your team as well?
No, of course, basically, I don't play for myself, so I don't think about my individual performance, but I would like to be at the top of the table, of course, and of course for my team to win the finals.
You've done well tonight, and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was the player of the match, Syed Haider Wasisha, scoring 54 runs of just 24 deliveries, and as he mentioned, it's just the start of some great batting for this young man. That's it from the post-match presentation. Stay tuned, we've got 2 more matches lined up for you. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break. Right now I've got the 2